Run Your Story family, this is Allison Gilliard with Run Your Story, where every story needs to be heard. And what incredible stories we've heard this month from incredible warriors who are fighting, have fought breast cancer. And to all of our warriors out there, keep fighting. We are supporting you. And I cannot think of anyone who is more supportive of our warriors than my dear friend, Cammie Smith. She is golden. I mean, just an incredible heart for this community. And as last week we got to share about Katie and Strides Against Breast Cancer, we really wanted to also do the same for Bras Across the Causeway and Cammie. They also had another event this past weekend at Lulu's, and it was an extraordinary event, and I'm so proud of all that my friend Cammie has done. So we wanted to bring back her story from last year and wanted to share it with you guys again for our community, because we do have new listeners, yay! And so we wanted to make sure that Bras Across the Causeway's mission was shared again, so that way you're not having to go through and sort through and find out those episodes. But it's an extraordinary organization, and I'm extremely proud to know Cammie. And again, to all of our warriors who have shared their stories, I just want to say thank you. You guys have impacted my life. You have changed me. You have helped me become a better advocate for you. And as I have told all of our warriors, you have Run Your Story. It is your platform. So I hope that you share these stories. They're incredible women and men who are fighting. And so I'm truly grateful to know such extraordinary people like Cammie and all of our warriors who have shared their stories this month. I'm forever changed, and I'm so thankful for their friendships. And this is what I love about this podcast. I've gotten to know some of the most incredible people just sitting down and hearing their stories. And while they're hard stories, they have made incredible strides to make a difference and to help those that are going through breast cancer or will go through breast cancer. And so to all of you out there fighting, keep fighting. You have a community behind you. And for all of us who have listened, who have cried, who have laughed through this month for October, I highly encourage you to reach out to Bras Across the Causeway or Strides Against Breast Cancer or the Mitchell Cancer Institute or Providence, wherever, and see how you can make a difference in the lives of the men and women who are battling breast cancer or any cancer for that matter. We all know somebody that's been impacted. And so whether that's running for them, whether that's collecting items for the centers, whatever it is, find out what we can do, and let's do it as a community. And again, I just want to say thank you both to Bras Across the Causeway and Strides Against Breast Cancer for partnering with Run Your Story. We truly believe that every story needs to be heard, and we're just scratching the surface. And so again, thank you to these organizations for believing in this podcast and allowing us to share these incredible stories. All right, guys, get ready, get set, and go run with my friend Cammie and Bras Across the Causeway. Thank you, Cammie, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it so much. Just for full disclosure, I have yet to run Bras Across the Causeway. I am registered this time.
Oh, good.
I'm registered. There's
Okay.
always been something that popped up. So I'm very excited.
We're happy to have you.
I'm like, it's going to be fun. So I want to know, what is the story behind Bras Across the Causeway?
Okay, so Matt McCoy,
Okay.
he's on 92 Zoo, voice of the radio. He and I were having lunch one day, and we were talking about ways we could give back to the community. And he said, you know what we should do? We should have a run, like a 5K or something. And we could do it like for breast cancer, because we both had suffered losses from breast cancer. So he said, we should do a 5K or something, just throwing the idea out there. And I said, oh my gosh, yeah, like we could do like string bras up and do like Bras Across the Causeway, like, and it'd be, it was
Wow.
just an idea we were having over lunch. I know we were sitting at Winsel's over here on Airport Boulevard, so it was just an idea that we had. And then we started a campaign where we were asking for people to donate bras, and we literally got thousands and thousands of them. So we have those in storage. We string them up every year. My husband and all of his manly men are on the Causeway stringing bras every year, and it makes such a a spectacle of what the cause is about. So people are always honking and asking, stopping to ask questions. And so it just brings a lot of attention to the reason that we have this mission.
So I love that. Okay. So you were telling me about Pete.
Yes.
From Panini.
Panini Pete.
Panini
yeah,
Pete. Okay.
The Panini Pete Foundation. Those guys, when we first started this, we were at Ed's, actually, my husband and I, talking about how to implement this. And Pete Blom and Nick DeMario came into the restaurant to check on things, and we ran it past them. And it was just so happened that Pete's wife had just been diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer.
Wow.
So he said, we're all in, whatever you need us to do. And they have been huge supporters. Jody, his wife, was actually a warrior. I've never seen anything like her. She was at the race, the first race in 2017, with her hair was gone. Like, she was completely bald. And she has never, not once have I ever heard her complain or whine or be anything but just completely positive and joyful. And I know that she suffered terribly because I've seen all the photos and things that she went through. But she has not missed a race. She's there every year. And she's a huge supporter. And they donate a portion of their earnings every October to us.
Oh, wow.
So it's a big deal. And they've been so good.
Wow. That's incredible. Again, just how important that tribe is.
Yeah.
And you never know who's going to go through it.
Right. Exactly.
Wow. So when was the first year for Brawls Across the Causeway?
We came up with the idea in 2016, and we did not initiate. It was too late, so we started it in 2017.
Wow. Okay. And it has really picked up in popularity. So much so that there's going to be another race at the end of this month.
Yes.
And so let's talk about that one.
Okay. So in the spring of this year, I think it was March, I was contacted by a guy named Jim Brogan. He is the CEO of Lone Palm, and that is Parrot Head Society. I had no idea about the Parrot Heads. I didn't even know that was a thing. I love Jimmy Buffett music, of course, but he said that he came across our mission on the internet, of course, probably Facebook or something, but the Parrot Heads celebrate once a year.
Okay.
They've been going to Key West for 30 years. They're coming to Gulf Shores this year.
Wow.
Yes, and so they always do it in October, and because of that, they have something every year in Key West to benefit breast cancer patients. So he found our mission, and he asked if we could duplicate what they do in Key West, and I was like, I guess. I don't know. I hope so. But yeah, that race is going to be at Lulu's. Yeah, so that's special, especially since we just lost Jimmy Buffett this year. That is going to be extraordinary to have that race at her restaurant, and in light of everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't realize this thing that they do is just almost big as Hangout Fest.
Wow.
It's huge.
Okay.
If you go to their website, Parrot Heads in Paradise, Meeting of the Minds is the name of the festival. It's a week-long party.
Wow.
It's all week long. Like, there's this huge schedule.
Wow.
But they call themselves Party with a Purpose is what they do. And they give back so much. I had no idea. I'm so grateful to be a part of that, because they give to a lot of his favorite things were ocean preservation, beaches, giving back in all the ways. And the Lone Palm gives back to hurricane victims. They have money set aside for hurricane victims who can't get immediate relief.
Wow.
When something happens that devastates them. Yeah, we're excited. It's excited, scared. I don't know.
Sure. 2 races in a month, too.
It's crazy. 2 weeks apart. Yeah.
So let's talk about, as a racer or as a runner, I've paid my entry fee. Where does all that money go to?
That money goes into an account that is set aside for patients, for their individual needs, whatever that may be.
Okay.
It could be gas, it could be groceries, it could be house payments, it could be clothing because their clothes are too big, daycare. I've paid mortgages before.
Wow.
We've provided Christmas for a family last year who will not have a Christmas like that again. So yeah, it's real personal, and it's very unique to each person. So there's times when people can't afford their copays. We have a lady that comes out and volunteers every year, and her name is Samantha, and her story is She works for the school system, and she could not work. Therefore, she lost her insurance. We were able to pay her insurance premiums throughout her treatment. So she was able to get the treatment to keep her alive. So those kind of things, when you think I don't think people just don't realize it's horrible. You're fighting for your life and you're trying to just make ends meet. And if you can't work, you don't get to keep those kind of things like insurance and your house. So that's what we do.
Yeah. It's something that when we talked earlier, and that is when people have cancer, the bills don't stop because you're sick. They still come.
Yeah, for sure.
So I am so grateful that
exacerbated actually, because you have all these extra expenses for medications. And like I said, your copays and testing that's not covered. We had a lady who was actually pregnant, and she needed a special test because of the pregnancy. They had to do something different, and she couldn't afford it. And so they were saying you abort the child or forego this. That was another thing that we were able to. Though both mom and baby are good. She's cancer free now. Wow. Just things you don't think about.
Right.
And I never thought about it until I started doing this. So it was definitely a God thing when Matt and I were sitting there, because he put us in a position that we would have never been in. And that's how you know when he's using you.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Does this money stay locally? Yes. For those local in our area?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Since we started, we've been giving money to the foundation, the Providence Foundation.
Okay.
So that they are able to determine who is in the most need, because they have the breast center there. And Keely Wall, who is at the breast center, she's able to meet these women where they are. Like Keely has a great story. She had a double mastectomy. She's a nurse. She's an RN. And she was diagnosed, and she went through this whole gamut.
Wow.
But she was chosen. She took this position 2 years ago, and she was chosen. I know this is a God thing, because she's been through this walk, and she had to go through everything. And she's the one who meets these women where they are. She's the one that tells them about their diagnosis and tells them about their treatment and walks them all the way through it. So there's a process that we go through, like, as far as where the money goes, because she will be able to meet their needs, and she knows their in-depth story.
Sure. Wow. What an amazing, that term that says it takes a village. What an amazing way that this is being done, that it takes a village of Mobilians coming together and saying, we can't take this disease away, but we can walk with you through it. That's incredible.
Isn't it nice?
Wow.
It's so great what can happen when you just let him do his job.
100%, yeah, and get out of the way. You're like, man. What does race day look like?
Oh, it's so much fun. Race day is, we have a survivor tent so that all the survivors get to go and pick up little happies. And then before the race starts, we have a survivor walk. So we have Matt there with his big, loud mouth, cheering everybody on. Josh Foster with, I guess it's Pack.
Okay.
His name. So he will be there warming everyone up, getting everybody
Oh, geez, we're going to be worn out before the race even starts.
Right? Yeah, he's going to get everybody moving. And then we have 5K and a 1 mile. Then Cammie's Old Dutch ice cream.
So excited.
She comes out with a special ice cream that she makes just for this race.
Stop it.
I cannot.
Are you serious?
She will have warm waffles and fruit, and also Hall's sausage. Donates all the sausage. She has it cooked up, and this year Ace Hardware is bringing out their grills to grill it on site. Yes. So, and we will have Braided River will be there with the beer. And Cammie always brings a champagne, like a pink champagne. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous, actually.
It just sounds like a really great party.
We have a photo booth. Everybody dresses up with all their pink and their tutus. And we've had patients that walked the Survivor Walk with a walker.
Stop it.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's just like a big hug. Everybody is so receptive to this race. Like, I'm always walking around the whole time asking, what can I do better? Is there anything we can improve on? Is there anything that we could make better for you guys? And it's always resounding. Like, this is the best race I've done in a long time, or
Wow.
there's nothing, this is perfect. And to hear that with somebody I'm not a runner. I have done 5Ks for fun, like just because somebody made me. But
You were influenced the wrong way.
yes, yes. I enjoy walking, but I'm all the way in the back. And I did the hot trot in the summer because it's at Lulu's, and we were going, that was going to be our venue. So I just wanted to see it for myself and do the whole thing. And I was just happy to be standing up at the finish line. And I didn't care that I was behind the 90-year-old. It was fine. I was just happy to live. So that feeling that you get when you're there is just like nothing I've ever experienced, because as much as I am tired, I am distraught, I'm just really freaked out the whole time because I just want to make sure that everybody's having a good time and that the money that people are paying is going where it's supposed to go. And it's growing by leaps and bounds. We have 300 runners signed up right now.
Stop it.
This morning when I looked, there was 300.
So, fun fact, I went on, because I signed up for this race, I knew it was all the pink. I'm not really a pink kind of gal, but I was like, I've got to find something that has pink on it. So I found the cutest cheetah running shorts
Sweet.
that have these bright colors on it, and there's a lot of pink. And I was like, you know what, I can get away with this. So I bought them because of Bras Across the Causeway.
That's so cool.
So, because I was like, yeah, we're gonna have fun
Even
with
if you
this.
just pull them out once a year.
Well, now, and they're like now my favorite. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to wear these more often. But I love that. You inspired me to branch out into a little pink. So I was like, okay, we're doing this.
I'm not a pink person either. I wear black mostly always. But yeah.
Let's talk about somebody's listening and they say, I want to volunteer or I want to register for this race. How do they go about
They
doing
just
that?
have to go to our website.
Okay.
It's brasacrossthecauseway.org, and there's a place where you can volunteer.
Volunteer. Stop it. She's wearing a t-shirt. That's adorable.
We are officers of the race. Yes, you can volunteer. Go to brasacrossthecauseway.org, and you can go in there and just where you can fit in wherever you want to.
I love that.
There's times, and if you want to be a cheer person or a water person or help us put it up, take it down, just let us know, and we'll get you in there.
That's awesome. And same website if you want to register.
Registering,
okay.
Yes. And we added something this year because there's a lot of people that want to help, but they just are not able to get there. They're not runners. They're not walkers. They want to get involved and they want to be a part of it. There's a runner in spirit.
Ooh, okay.
And I just learned about that. And there's also the virtual race. So if you are somewhere else and you can't do it here, you can do it virtually. And if you do the runner in spirit, you actually come pick up your shirt.
Okay.
If you do the virtual run, we will mail it to you.
Okay.
You just have to pay extra for the postage.
Dude, that's awesome. This has been amazing.
This is what the shirts look like.
That's for this year?
This is not this year,
okay,
but they're similar to this.
That's amazing. That's so fun.
It is fun, and sometimes it's fun, and sometimes guys are like, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. No. Bras across the causeway. Yeah. Bras across my chest. No. So.
But it's a fun one.
It is fun.
I love that.
It is fun.
Thank you guys so much for what you do. Thank you for
having us.
obviously making Mobile better. And it's like you said, the tribe comes together and you guys saw a need and you've done something creative. Like you can say everything's staying here. It doesn't go to a corporate company or anything like that. Like it is helping those in our area.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
I am very proud of it and very proud of the people that help put it together because it does take a lot of us. We have about 10 people that make this happen every year.
Wow.
Well, all the volunteers that come out, they are angels because it's a big deal. We have
Absolutely
27 pink tents we put up every year for the sponsors.
Wow. And where is the location at for this
it's
race?
at Mayor State Park.
Okay.
Across from Five Rivers.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know it's there, but it's a beautiful place.
That's
Beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah, they've been really good to us.
Awesome. This has been great.
Do we need to say what time and everything?
Oh, yeah, go right ahead. What time does the race start?
It's October the 14th, and
Okay.
the race starts at 8 o'clock. But try to get there early so that we can get warmed up and do the survival walk.
Is there a day of registration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Registration and packet pickup is actually that Friday
Okay.
and that morning, of course. We have
Okay.
a pasta party Friday night with the Cookery Project.
Cool.
I don't know if you've talked to her ever, but Carrie with the Cookery Project will be there with some pasta.
Okay.
And her story would be something really good for you to do too.
Okay.
She gets into kitchens and teaches children how to cook for themselves that might not learn otherwise.
Oh, that's amazing.
Underserved population, and she's killing it.
I love that.
Yeah, she's awesome. And that, like I said, it just takes so many facets to make this as wonderful as it is. But we will do the packet pickup on Friday and Saturday morning. We will have day of registration. Yeah.
Is packet pickup at the location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's at the park.
Okay. Very cool. Yay. And I guess if anybody has any questions, they can just reach out to Brawls Across the Causeway. Sure. You guys are on social media as well, which y'all do a fantastic job there.
We have an amazing girl this year. She is so on it. Her name's Courtney, and Sunshine Communications. And
gotcha.
She is just super responsive. Everything is her doing all of that. I just share it every once in a while because she's everywhere all the time, and everything that I've ever asked her to do, she's like, yes, ma'am, I've got it. And gosh, it's such a blessing.
I love it.
Yes.
So people should sign up. And if you can't sign up, there's different ways to sign up. If you can't be there in person, come in all the pink that you want and just have a good time and get ready to eat, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun because people are so shocked. They're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm already drooling. I'm like, wow, that's something amazing.
And that's another testament to the locals. Cammie's here. Hall's is made here. Hall sausage is better to me than the other popular one because it just seems to be like it's so much cleaner and more sausage and healthy. But I can say that to me, it's just a lot. It doesn't leave like a greasy, whatever. But that's my favorite. If you could ask for that, everybody, ask for the Hall sausage to be in your grocery store because that really is made right here in town. So
that's so cool. Wow, I love how, like you said, locals supporting the local, like helping. Again, walking, and it's not that we're physically, other than the 5K, but we don't know the women that are being impacted, the families that are being impacted by this that are at Providence, but in a way, we're walking along with them in this journey by showing up to this 5K or contributing, and all the other businesses like Cammie's and how, like, all these places coming together saying, we want to help with this. That's incredible.
I know. It's such a great story. I love it.
Thank you.
You let me tell it.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I love learning about races, and it's something that normally I'm a family of 4, but recent empty nester. So you're looking at easily $100 per race, and there's always a race. And so I think if you know the reason behind it, sometimes you have to choose. Maybe I can't do that race, but I can do this one instead. Or I can do this one, but maybe I couldn't make it that day.
Right.
But there's all these different options. You guys have thought about everything. So that's really cool.
We're trying to.
I love that.
Because we have people that will be out of town because there's so many races this time of year.
And it's football season.
Yeah. That too. That's serious business in the South for sure.
Yeah. So I love that you guys have thought of, hey, I want to be there, but I can't be there. So here's different ways I can still walk alongside that. I can still be a part of that.
Right.
That's just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy.
I'm stoked. I can't wait for October 14th. It's going to be a party.
I can't wait to see you there.
So it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Don't you just love Kathy? I mean, I absolutely just became such a big fan of hers whenever we did this interview last year, and we've just gotten to know each other, and she is such an encouraging spirit. Let me just say, I love me some Kathy. She is extraordinary, and you know, when I reached out to her and I was like, I really want to partner together, she was all for it, and she gave me some names, and so I'm incredibly thankful to have somebody like Kathy. And she's starting to run, and I cannot wait to see her run story unfold, because if her run story is anything like her heart for this community, she's going places. So watch out, everybody. Just absolutely love her, and I'm so thankful that we have seen somebody like Kathy step up and lead this organization and do incredible things. So thank you, Kathy, from the bottom of my heart, for not only being my friend and being an encouraging spirit, but also for making such a huge difference in this community. You are extraordinary, my friend. And I highly encourage you guys to definitely go check out Bras Across the Causeway and see how you can help. There's different ways that we can donate, different things that we can do. And so I highly suggest that you guys go check them out. Cannot say enough great things. And from all the pictures that we saw and from all the feedback, it looks like everyone had an amazing time at Bras Across the Causeway. And so job well done, everyone that was involved. And thank you to everybody that came and ran. It sounds like it was an amazing time. And so congratulations to all those that finished. Congratulations to those that are survivors. And congratulations to those that are previvors. You know, as Haley has shared, we all have a place. And I got to know her because of Bras. So thank you for every single person that have shared their story this month. You are absolutely incredible human beings, and I'm extremely thankful to know all of you. And Kathy, thank you for your friendship. Guys, make sure you like, share, and comment. We want to make sure that every story gets heard, and we know that these stories inspire. And I know that sometimes even on our darkest days, just hearing someone else's story can influence us, can inspire us, can ignite that fire inside of us. And so I encourage you to share away. Share it to somebody that may be going through this. Share it with somebody that may be considering wanting to get into the running community or walking community. Everyone has a place here. And so make sure you do that. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. They supported this decision to reshare this podcast. We don't do that often, but we thought this was super important to share about Kathy and how Bras Across the Causeway came to be. Not only do I really enjoy getting to share stories and learn about our running community, but another part of that is learning about these running events. Like, how did it come to be and what does it support? I think that is so important. And so to have something like Bras Across the Causeway say, yes, this is what we want to do, I am so appreciative of that. So thank you so much. And thank you to our Patreon supporters for supporting this decision. So thank you so much for that. Thank you to Gray, who had to re-edit the podcast a little bit, and so grateful for him. Definitely check him out for all your website needs. He is such an extraordinary gift, and we're so thankful to have him as part of our Run Your Story family. Also, guys, if you haven't checked out the blog, definitely check it out. Dave is the shoe guy. He's amazing. We love him, and so excited that he's part of the Run Your Story community as well. So definitely check out the Run Your Story blog for all updated shoes. He is the go-to, and he loves talking shoes. The man loves talking shoes. So, and as always, Mars Hill, thank you so much for giving us a safe place and believing our running stories. We are incredibly thankful for you. All right, guys, until next time, go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.